Hi everyone!
Hi!
Today we're going to be playing Mario Kart and answering some of your questions about living in Korea.
Yep, so if you're coming here for the first time and you're curious about a lot of things, we'll be answering those.
And if you have any questions after watching this video, please leave them in the comment section and we'll answer them in a future gaming video.
Yep.
Okay, so with that out of the way, let's start!
Let's go! Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright.
Okay. So, we have 4 races in this Grand Prix, and so we'll be answering 4 questions for you guys today. The first question: what are some places that you have visited that pleasantly surprised you?
Okay, so I can think of 2 places that pleasantly surprised me. The first one is Gyeongju. Gyeongju is a historical, traditional city which I recommend going to. So when I went there for the first time years ago with a friend of mine, I didn't use my banana. Oh, I'm doing terrible. Okay, so we went to that area to go see a K-pop concert, actually. And we had initially stayed in Busan, which we've been to before, which is an amazing city. But we had to go to Gyeongju for the concert. And I knew nothing about Gyeongju. I didn't know what there was to see or do. I didn't have a lot of expectations for Gyeongju. But once going there, we went to an astronomical observatory, one of the oldest. And then we went to Anapjipan, and both places, especially Anapjipan, was really beautiful. We went there during the day, but if you go there at night, it's even more amazing because it lights up. And so, yeah, it was a really great time. I absolutely loved it. And then I went back again a couple years ago with friends, and we visited more places. And it's like an outdoor museum. It's just the most traditional city you can go to in Korea, and I highly recommend it because, again, I was pleasantly surprised by it. Another place was Malipo Beach. So Korea isn't really well known for their beaches, especially on the west coast, but Malipo was really also amazing. It's a very long beach, and the sunsets are beautiful, really beautiful. So I recommend going to Malipo if you want to have a nice beach day. Yeah, so those are the 2 places. Okay, your turn. What are some places that disappointed you?
I guess the first place, due to COVID, that has disappointed me is Myeongdong. Myeongdong is an area in central Seoul that kind of connects a lot of major areas, the business area, some shopping districts, and it was a great place to visit before COVID hit. Anytime during the day, there'd be vendors outside, there's live entertainment, shopping, just a great place to go visit with friends. There's a cathedral nearby, and you could just go to Myeongdong and spend hours there just moving around, shopping. And the sad thing is, because of COVID, a lot of the shops had to close down, and so if you go there now, I feel like it's coming back alive, but it's kind of a shell of what it used to be. You'll still see a lot of shops closed. There aren't as many vendors open, so it's a little disappointing now to go to Myeongdong and see some of these, what used to be a great place to visit. But I guess another disappointing thing is dealing with the night markets in Korea. A lot of cities have these side alleys and side streets of marketplaces. There's usually like a central market area in every city. Some of them can be hit or miss. I remember going to a market in Incheon where they had live entertainment. They had a lot of like shopping areas. You could see kids playing with toys, and it was a very like family-oriented, great place to go shopping and kind of experience the lesser-known parts of Korea. However, we actually just came back from where did we go?
Daegu.
Yeah, we went to Daegu, and we tried going to one of the night markets, but half of it was shut down and closed, and it was just a little underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's not like a specific thing, but sometimes the night markets can be hit or miss.
Yeah, I agree.
And I still beat you. Okay, race 3, that means question number 3. And this is a question from my sister. Are there any basic customs to follow for tourists?
Yes, there are, and you should really try to remember these. The first one, I think one of the most important ones, is when you enter a home, you need to take off your shoes. So if you get invited to a Korean person's home for dinner, or just to see, definitely take off your shoes. The other one is that at restaurants there is no tipping. You do not have to tip, which is really nice. So please remember that. When you are on the subway, do not sit in priority seating. There are priority seats usually to your right when you enter the subway. Those are for the elderly, disabled, or pregnant people, and there are designated seats for pregnant people, so do not sit in those. When you give and receive with both hands. And when you beckon to someone, I'm going to try to do this while driving, beckon like this. Oh, I got hit. Do not beckon like that. Let's see. Oh, chopsticks. When you're eating rice, do not put your chopsticks in the bowl. That's usually reserved for memorial services. It's oh gosh, it's me getting hit by a train. It's to remember the people who passed away, your ancestors. And I think that's it. Is there anything else?
There may be some restaurants where you also have to take off your shoes.
Oh, right.
As
yes.
well.
Yes, that's when you sit on the floor.
Yes. So that is more of a traditional style of eating in Korea.
Yes. Oh, and don't point. You should not point. Use the palm of your hand, gesture with the palm of your hand. Wow. Okay, that was a rocket. So yeah, try to remember those things when you come to Korea. It's nice not to have to tip in Korea. People actually earn a living wage working in restaurants.
And there are a lot of other customs and things to think about when traveling. But if you have any specific questions, again, you can leave them in the comment section below.
Yeah, and we'll answer those.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so the last question also comes from your sister. She wants to know, how will I be able to use my phone, if at all, in Korea?
Ooh, that's actually a really good question because there are a lot of different things that people are told about. You could try to get a SIM card for people staying for a longer stay, for months or even years as students or as workers. Usually you have to set up a registration card or an identification card, and then you can get a phone, prepaid or phone service. But for tourists, it's actually really simple. There are SIM cards you can get at Incheon Airport, but I recommend getting a Wi-Fi egg. I've used some of the. I had an egg actually in Korea for a while, and it's definitely a much cheaper and better way of using your data. But in Korea, the good thing is most places are Wi-Fi friendly. The subways that you'll be riding on, the buses that you'll be riding on, even some taxis do have Wi-Fi service. You can even get Wi-Fi in major buildings and public places, such as like malls, movie theaters, and whatnot, cafes especially. So bringing in your phone shouldn't be a problem. But if you do want to have extra data or service, then a Wi-Fi egg can be purchased at Incheon Airport. And I just hit myself with my own shell. Oh.
I did that too, don't worry.
Wi-Fi eggs are available at Incheon Airport, and it's about 3,200 won to rent per day, which isn't that bad at all. Each device can be recharged because it's just electricity, and it has about 8 hours of battery life. I'll leave a link in... I can't see... I'll leave a link in the description of a company that we've used before called Klook, and they have a reservation system where you can actually reserve the Wi-Fi egg and get it when you enter the airport. But I still have my old phone, but since living in Korea, I've gone with Samsung, and I haven't looked back since.
Yep, Samsung is the way to go. You just squished me.
Yes,
By
I gotta
the
win.
way.
I gotta win.
No, come back here. Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha.
One other thing is, if you are planning on staying here long term, don't set up your own prepaid plan because it could mess up your chances of getting a phone later on. Korea is very particular with the way that they do things with phone services.
Oh, no.
There are only a few. There are only a couple of major phone services in Korea. So if you do make a mistake, you could switch over to a different service. I know I have LG service while my fiance, who just won the race, has KT. So phone services can provide different benefits, but I don't feel like they even finished.
You finished.
Okay. Well, so yeah. Hopefully that answers your questions about phone services and helps you with traveling around Korea more conveniently.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
well,
it.
That's it. Let's see who won.
I think you won.
Oh, did I win? Is that the final?
Yeah, that's the final one.
I beat you by
1 point. But I'm the one who got first.
Well, okay, well, let's see.
First. Yeah, you won.
Hey, look, that's you.
That's me. Oh. Congratulations, Orange Yoshi, by 1
Woo!
point. I even got beat by Toadette.
Third place.
5th place. Well, you know what? I was distracted. That was the problem. This
We
one.
answered a fair amount of questions, 2
Yeah.
each. There's no excuses.
Alright, fine. Anyway, again, if you have any more questions about Korea, please make sure to write them in the comment section below, and we'll answer them in the next video.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and some of the content from living in Korea.
Yep.
But this is going to be it for now. So,
Thanks for stopping by!